Hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the sea, people of everywhere, and the astronauts in the sea, everywhere. Life is always going to throw something at you. Real talk. Guys, when I tell you, for those who are new on this channel, I talk about life. I talk about my aspects in life, and I talk about other people's experiences and what I feel like they could be going through, or just in general, real stories too. Guys, I know a lot of my live streams sound kind of repeated sometimes on life itself, but life throws things at you, guys. You have to be ready. Sometimes you might not be ready for what life throws at you next, but you do have to think about it. Because sometimes, even the best people out there that are making the best money, something could happen. The kindest people, something could happen to the kindest people in the world. People, people that are good, kind, rich, it doesn't matter. It could happen to anybody. Life throws people into a perspective like no other. And we just have to be prepared for it. Guys, I cannot tell you enough that I am thankful for my life. I am thankful for the life that I am in right now. I am not hurting financially. I am not in a relationship to make me feel some sort of way. I'm living my life to the fullest. I'm enjoying it. I have struggled myself when I was younger. I had gained myself stronger and stronger. Yes, we don't know. Life throws stuff at us. I'm not saying I'm on top of the world. I'm just saying anything could happen, guys. And we have to be prepared for it. And sometimes we ourselves tell us that everything is fine. And in reality, it might not be fine. Your relationship with your partner may not be that fine. Your relationship with your family could just drop like that. You know, anything could happen, guys. And real talk, whenever I see people's lives in different perspectives, I start, getting sad and very emotional towards people's lives and the struggles. And there's Goguru spinning on his wheel. And I gotta tell you, I've been getting more sadder and sadder every single time I'm with people that bring me joy, bring me excitement. And some of these stories are actually like insane. And I feel for everybody. Like, I've never had this feeling before of, I guess, having interest in someone else's life, because I was always into my life and fixing my life. But I feel like I'm here for a reason, to help others as well, because you're not alone, guys. You are not alone. The life throws stuff at us, and you have to figure it out. But you're not alone. I myself I'm helping multiple people, guys. My energy, I'm trying not to drain my energy towards everybody that is coming my way, but I'm trying to help as many people as possible. I'm trying to encourage people to bring themselves back up. It's a lot of energy. So with that being said, guys, hello, welcome in. Life is always going to throw something at you. Here's going to be the first story time. I was in my bed looking at TikTok, and I was just, I have my windows open so I can see my car. I'm always watching my car. Everybody knows. So I'm scrolling, and then on the corner of my eye, I see someone running. Da, 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 da. Someone just running, and I get up as fast as I can, like, why are you running? What's going on? Next thing you know it, I see the security guard running, dashing, running after that other person. I'm like, why are we running? Like, I need to know, because now I'm not going to be able to sleep. Because now I'm just like, what's going on? Like, what the F? So I wanted to know what happened. I talked to the security guard. The security guard told me that this person was trying to break in. And I'm all like, I wonder where they're trying to break in. Let me be curious. Turns out there's a lady I know on the complex. She's really, really nice to me. Like, if the lights go out, she'll come upstairs, give me Gatorades, give me ice. Like, she will go far and beyond. She's a single mother and just providing for her kids. Little did I know what was happening. I ran up the stairs as fast as I could, and I shouted out her name, and I said, "What's going on?" Her daughter, which is probably maybe 19 or so, 18, she was there, and she just started saying, "Yeah, he tried. I don't like the things that he was saying to my mom." Blah, blah, blah. I said, "So you know him?" And then she was like, "Yeah, he's my brother." Your brother? First of all, I never knew she had a son. I just thought she had two girls. An 8-year-old and a 19-year-old. So, the moral of the story, not the moral, but the concentration of the story is, after her mom came back, I heard whatever happened from both parties, which is her daughter and the mom. So supposedly, this is a teenager, 16 years old. He is basically being, I don't know how not to sound, or how not to sound wrong. I really don't. But let's just say he's being very toxic against his family. He is telling them that they will be, golly, I don't even know how to say. I don't want to get too involved, but she's not from here. He's taking advantage of the teenager, and he's also doing, pills. Let's just say pills. He's also doing pills and substances and stuff. He's not in his all right mind. So he's threatening them that she will probably go back to her country, and he's just constantly being, I don't want to sound so wrong on the internet, but this is how it is in reality and in life. He's being rebellious against his family. He's going crazy. He is trying to hit them, trying to tamper with them, trying to, tell them and put them down, like putting his mom down. Like, every time I'm telling a story to a person that what happened that day, all the time they say he needs help. Yes, he needs help. We all know that he might need help. He is trying to basically throw down the shades that he once lived in. Because I've never... Wait a second. I just had an epiphany. I did meet him one time. Wow, I'm so confused on my own self right now. It just spawned on me that I did meet him one time. I remember one time when we had a tornado. She helped me out. Well, I helped her out as much as possible. She helped me out. One time we went to go eat, and it was her son. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I remember him being so nice and so intelligent and nice and like, oh my god, it did that trigger. It's a trigger for me. But the way she sounded was in fear. The mother is in fear of her life, of her daughters. She's got an 8-year-old that's traumatized. And he tried to break in with a nearby, all of a sudden, shovel. It was just there. There was a shovel. He tried to break in the window and go inside the window, and he was basically threatening them, saying, "I'm a minor. You can't throw me out." Blah 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 blah. And it's just like a whole whirlwind of emotions. Now, I sat there and talked to her for quite some time and trying to coach her. He is just being rebellious, very rebellious. He's a teenager now. He's not your little boy anymore. And that's one thing that it breaks my heart completely 1,000% because I was once a teenager too. I was not rebellious, but I had it coming for me where I was curious on what's happening. And the fact that he's doing all these substances and these pills, it makes it 10 times worse of his hormones that are kicking in. He's a 16-year-old. 16-year-olds or teenagers in general, there's this hormone imbalancement. If you throw any shade of hormone imbalancement towards a teenager, such as substances, pills, or even makeup, they will get triggered to the max. And it literally breaks my heart because it's like, I had to tell her, I said, I know he's your son, but he is not a good son anymore. He is trying to hurt y'all. They're constantly living in fear. He tries to grab her phone and smash it. And he also tries to, tries to do bad things to them. They're living in fear, and it just terrifies me to even know that even happening in that household. But this is where I say life throws things at you. Life threw her two daughters and a son. Now the sons are kind of more rebellious towards people. They don't know, they don't have the nurture effect that a female would, like a teenager would. There's something in the imbalancement, and I'm nowhere near a freaking doctor, but I'm just saying, if you know teenagers, I was once a teenager. I self-reflect on how my teenager self was, especially if I was in a relationship. I was in a different zone. When I was a teenager, I was in a relationship at what, 17, I think, 17, 18. And I'm self-reflecting on how I felt. I felt like, oh yeah, my grandparents don't care for me. My grandparents, because that's exactly what's going on in the freaking brain. When you're a teenager, and I made a whole live stream on teenagers. And y'all can go watch that. I don't know if it's in my last season or this season. But it hurts me to see that. He needs to go to a juvenile detention. And I kept telling her, I said, look, you're throwing him out and he's coming back. He says he's going to do good this time because he wants in again. He's threatening you that you're going to go back to your country, but you got to be the strong one. And I coached her. I try my hardest to coach anybody coming my way. I told her, you need to step up your game. You need to tell him that this is not how it's going to play out. If I get deported, then you're stuck here. You're going to be actually homeless. He's going to be deported probably with them. Who knows? But it's all like, you need to tell him. She's just so scared of that the portion to where it's like she don't want to call anybody because she's scared. And I'm all like, no, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. And the way her fear and her voice, you can feel the energy. You can feel that. I'm all like, no, 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 no. Not on my watch. I'm sorry. If I care for someone, and I care for a lot of people, and it hurts me to see someone that I care for getting hurt that much. Guys, life has its ways, guys. Life has its ways. I'm living perfectly fine. But life throws me people in my life. I said this in my last live stream. Life has given me people that I feel like I need to help 1,000%. I cannot be there for everybody, but I feel like people do need help and encouragement. And I feel like I am there 100% of the way. I cannot help you financially. I can tell you how to financially save. I can guide you, but I'm not going to help you, financially, with money or with rent or anything like that. I have opened my own doors. I have broken my rules for people that had came in my life that are homeless. Like I know a homeless guy, and now I know two homeless people at the moment. And it really breaks my heart on what they're going through. And just life just throws so much at you. And this is how you get stronger. And I'm hoping she gets stronger from this. This video might be a tad bit longer because there's a lot to say, guys. That household is living in fear. And it's terrifying because I'm not living in fear, but I fear for their fear. And I've never was like that. I was talking to a homie one day and he's like, I wasn't this nice. Me neither. I was not this nice. I hated everybody. I didn't want nothing to do with anybody. I closed myself off. I shut myself down because I didn't want nobody around me. And now that I have worked on myself, I'm letting people in my life that are showing me that they need help. Like people need help. And I'm the one to help them. It just sounds so cocky and wrong. I understand. But I feel like I need to do some good deeds. Not only that, but here's another story. We're at 18 minutes. I used to work with a homie. We used to work together. He quit. Well, he moved to another location and then he quit. He hasn't had a job in about like 6-7 months. He is in a relationship. Now, fairly, the relationship, as I am concerned, is okay and is good. Because all he does is talk about his person, the person that he's with. So he does nothing but video games all day. He makes money on video games. And so these people's relationship, I'm not sure how they are. I've never met her at all. I've never seen her. I just know him because I've worked with him before. And then just sometimes I just So he then texts me in the morning that he's got a new number. And then I was like, oh, when people text you they got a new number, you gotta say what your name is first. So I never replied. So I said, oh, yeah. He's like, I have to start over again. And I was like, oh, yeah? And I was like, yeah, me too. I had to start over my contacts. I lost most of my contacts, blah, 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 blah. And then after that, he got into the conversation that his girl left him. And I'm all like, first of all, I'm thinking about his situation. Like, his girl probably left him because he doesn't have a job. He hasn't had a job in about 6, 7 months. And it's just playing video games. Like, that's the only thing that triggers me. Like, maybe she wants a little bit more of an income. Like, hey, get off the couch, stop playing video games, and get out in the streets and find a job. I'm not sure. But my emotions were everywhere, like everywhere, because I'm trying to figure this out. He tells me, long story short, he tells me that his girl basically broke up with him in a similar way that I had done my ex. So he says that everything was fine. The relationship was fine. Everything was totally good. She goes to work and she does the same routine. And she, kisses him goodbye and tells him bye, something like that of that nature. She left for work. He gets a text message from her friend. The text message says to go read a note over here. I'm not gonna say where, but over here. He finds a note written by her, basically a breakup letter. And I was like, wow. Wow. That's kind of similar to what I did in my relationship, but not a breakup letter, but like I'm out of here letter. And it's all, well, not letter, but speech that I did. And it's all like, now he says that it's broken his heart. He's been crying for hours and days. He doesn't know how to cope with it. And I'm over here, talking to him how this is how life is, and like life just throws so much at you, guys. Life threw him something out of the whack. He thought his relationship with this girl was fine. It was just fine. And then this happens. Now, the apartment is under her name, not his name. So, either way, she's going to F herself up. I don't know her, but apparently she got inheritance money and she's going crazy. I have seen many people, many relationships. It is crazy. Many relationships go through this of someone getting inheritance money and then chasing after the money instead of chasing after how we're going to invest in the money, how we're going to help each other. Couples really need more opening up and realization, because as I sit here and think about how couples are, I have literally a whole live stream about couples. I can get into it so much about them. But life is going to throw something at you. You don't know. And it's so like these two stories that I'm telling you about, the people in my life, it just like, and the same thing with my other homie. He got kicked out by, well, basically, my homie was living with his friends, with this old man, and this old man doesn't like my homie, so her friend, it's kind of hard to say, but his friend left the chat, and he was just there stuck with the old man. The old man and him got into it and kicked him out. And now he ain't got nowhere to stay. And it's like, now he's planning to move to a new city. And I'm over here devastated because I had a great connection with him. It's just that person helped me through a lot last month. And it's all like, it's so crazy. Really, it is. And I sit back and I think about all the people that have been thrown at me, and I feel like I'm helping people little by little. But when life throws something at you, you have to sit there and figure it out. I know one homie that is living on the streets, going to parks, and it's so sad. It is so sad. He don't want to tell me nothing of anything because I know he's gonna think, oh, I'm gonna worry. I'm gonna figure out where he's at. I'm gonna give him food. He knows I'm very nurturing. That's the problem that I have. I can't help it. I'm treating everybody very nurturing. And I have a very kind heart now because I was not like this years ago. I was never kind. I was always aggressive. I was always just tell everybody to F off. Like, and it's just, and I've said this in my last live streams about how I have changed so much. And I like the change at the same time. One of my homie girls, she texts me, she's all like, I'm glad to be your friend. I'm so happy. And I'm all like, I'm looking all over the place like, but we're not friends, and I've never made a friend. And I'm like, my eyes shifting back and forth like craziness because I've never had a friend. I've never had someone there for me. And all the people that are coming in my life, they're slowly but surely, like, a lot of people are dropping like flies in front of me, and I'm caring for them as much as possible, trying to guide them in the right direction. Life throws a lot of stuff at us, guys. Hello, welcome in. Life throws so much at us. We just gotta be prepared. We don't know what's gonna happen next. We do not know, guys. And people, like I said, you can have it great. You can have it good. I've known many people, rich people, in fact, that all of a sudden they get fired. They lose everything. They go back to square one. There's times that we need to get thrown down in the dirt, shoved to the ground, and to make ourselves better in life. Life throws so much at you. You gotta be dodging back and forth. You gotta figure it out. And I just cannot say this enough, and it sounds so repeated. You're your own person. You make your own decisions, your life, your choices. And then life just throws something out of the ordinary for you. We don't know. And anybody, guys, can lose their job. Anybody. You don't have to do something wrong to lose your job. The economy is so freaking bad that the companies cannot make it and they shut down their doors. Just like recently, Jack in the Box shut down millions well, not millions, just hundreds of locations. How do you, like, they just lock the doors and shut them down? Many businesses have gone out of business. The workers have nowhere to go. There's so many warehouses, so many businesses that you're had it good. You're clocking in, you're going into work, going in from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day. All of a sudden, the business just shuts. We don't know what can be thrown at us. And those are the times where it's all like, what happened? What in eternity happened to the business? Your doors for that you walk in and out of your job, could just vanish. Same thing, guys. You don't. I don't know how it does. It's not gonna sound wrong, but you gotta live every moment of life because you don't know what's gonna happen. I tell myself every day, I love everything in my apartment. I have a lot of stuff in my apartment. Anything could happen. The building could collapse all of a sudden. A fire could just occur out of nowhere. And then I lost everything, all the clothes that I had on my back. Anything could happen. Just life throws stuff at you, guys. There's many people that are just at home. They're just homebodies, and they're like, nothing's going to happen to me if I'm at home. We don't know. Someone downstairs could start a fire or something, or somebody's not paying attention to their flat hair iron, or your dog can get into the remote and then eat the battery, or something could happen while you're not home. Your whole the building that you once called home is no longer there. Life throws stuff at you. We gotta try to prepare ourselves. I know, and there's sources and stuff like out there, like Red Cross and stuff like that, but it takes time for all that. That will help you out, but mentally you're not there, because I've met so many people that said the same thing all the time when they see their apartment just went into flames. And they're like, I have no clothes, I have nothing, my books are all gone, blah, 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 blah. It is terrifying and sad. And that's why I said life has this way of throwing things at us. It does. Your car, your dog or a cat. There's many people that, their animals are acting okay. All of a sudden, they're gone. They're out of the world. They don't know what happened. My dog was acting fine. All of a sudden, it collapsed. Well, what? Now you're thinking, what did it eat? What happened? You're just constantly overthinking it, and then you're trying to figure out the timeline. And again, we don't know. Same thing, guys. Right now, this whole economy has gone paperless, and has gone auto. What do you call it? Auto refill, auto posted, whatever you call it, where they take the money out of your account automatically. Now, here's where I can see that goes south. I can see it going south because sometimes it could be, oh, your payment wasn't successful for about 3 months, and now your electricity is cut off or whatnot, and you're trying to fight and why it's not cut off. Like, there's so many things out there that can literally throw your whole life out. And again, life changes just like that, guys. You don't know what could happen. You can slip and fall in the shower. You can get off the ladder incorrectly, throw your back out. You could sleep a certain way, and maybe your whole body is out of alignment. Like, life just throws a whole bunch out of you, Some people get up in an irrational movement and they don't realize, maybe your body needs stretching before you got to get out. You're getting older, guys. There's so much. I have named so many stories and so much going on in my life and my live streams, and I cannot say it enough that I'm very thankful for everything. I really am. You know, life is always going to throw something at you. I may not be prepared mentally, whatever life throws, but I'm going to have to try to be prepared. And that's what you got to tell yourself. I know it's very overthinking. You can come after me about telling you about overthinking the situation, the scenario. You know, anything could happen. Your body, too, guys. You might be healthy 1 minute, next minute, you're coughing, sneezing. You go to the doctor, and your doctor says you only got 3 days to live. How do you think you're going to feel? Again, life throws a whole bunch. Life just throws so much at you. And, you're not alone. And whoever listens to this video, thank you for listening, I might sound crazy on the internet saying all this stuff, but it's all reality. It's all facts. I cannot tell you enough how much it hurts me to see people struggle now. I never once cared for a soul. And it's crazy. The only things I had cared about was my grandma, my dad, my grandpa, my animals. But now my life is opening up to strangers and making me realize that, people are going through stuff and people do need encouragement. I might have grown to a okay blossom, but at the same time, other people are hurting around this world, not only financially, but mentally. I'm going to try my hardest to help people because I feel like that's what I need to do. And every single time I do, I feel welcomed and warmed in life. I don't even know if that even makes sense. Hello, welcome in. But life just throws a whole bunch at you. And I'm just like, I get very sad and emotional when people are going through stuff because I can feel their pain. The time that the lady, my neighbor, she was talking about her son, and I said, he's got he can't. He's got to go to juvenile. I'm sorry. He's dangerous. He's very dangerous. And the fact that she has her windows like boarded up, she's living in fear. And I'm like, this is no way to live. I'm sorry. I'm not a religious person. I can't be praying over people, but I can only help them as much as possible. Encourage them, help them, guide them. Because that's what I feel like my need to do in life. And I might sound very cocky for saying that, but that's the way I feel. And by golly, these people, everybody that has came through my life this past month has taught me a lot. And it showed me a lot. That people do need help, and when they encounter me, they think I'm an angel. I'm an angel from above guiding them. And I'm all like, I'm nowhere near an angel. I just know that what's right and what's wrong. Where's the morals? Where's the think? What should you do next? because that's just me. But people think and above and say that I'm an angel because I'm coming across them. And they can say that all they want. I don't feel like it. I'm just a person that is guiding people through life, telling them the reality. Life just throws stuff at you. You got to be prepared. With that being said, thank you for whoever's joining. Let me know in the comment section down below, what has life thrown at you recently or in the past that you have learned from? There's a lot of people that don't learn, and you can't do nothing for them, but let them learn themselves. Life is always gonna throw something at you. Real talk. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.